Curtis Calhoun here with MMA News, and right now I am joined by Jamal Pogues, who picked up his debut win this past weekend. How's it going, Jamal?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks again for the time. First things first, man. Just kind of talk to me about what's going on through your mind a few days removed from your debut win, and how would you evaluate your performance overall?
I'm happy for my performance. Definitely breaking my hand. And I feel like I still put on a good show. Definitely, we can say I could have done more or less. But feel like I adjusted on the fly for having a broken hand in the second round. But other than that, man, it's me just getting back to the gym and keep back working. And even though I got one hand, I can still work southpaw. I can still work on my jab, work on kicks, elbows. So just really just not limiting my hand and just get back into work.
Talk to me a little bit about the mid-fight adjustments you had to make, obviously suffering that hand injury. I mean, take me a little bit through that in terms of how that impacted the game plan and all that.
I think once I knew I broke it, I know I went for the takedown, ended up getting the takedown. And then I think I was in mount. I think I was trying to take his back and I couldn't. And it was like going for the choke and I really couldn't just get the squeeze, and then like trying to stay mounted. Like I couldn't really post on the mat. Like off my hand or trying to keep my balance. So it was more like I knew once I got on top, I had to float. I had to float on top. I couldn't really put pressure. And then I think in the third round, trapped his wrist, bumped him over. And I think he grabbed my hand, stopped me from hitting. But it was like I had no strength to get my hand out. It was just like, all right, well, I'm going to float on top. I get to throw a little bit of elbows in. And, I think I did pretty good mixing up, working on just my jab once my right hand was done and keeping that left high kick to his face, keeping the takedown. So, just adjusting, moving, still trying to put pain, still trying to hurt him and, not making them think that, oh, like I'm out to fight, but just, okay, cool. Well, good thing we worked on these high kicks. Good thing we worked on, my jab is still here. We still get the takedowns. We still have elbows. I just can't sit there, and, rely on the big right hand. So I think that was a good part.
14 years, man, of working your way to this moment here in the UFC, getting that debut win. I guess how glorifying is it for you to see all the hard work pay off? I know you're a grinder. You like to, work hard in the gym. I guess how glorifying is that to get that debut win?
It feels good. I started thinking about the journey. That's what I thought about in the back. Mostly of everything was just thinking about the journey. The wins, the losses, the trainings, the ups, the downs, the injuries. I started thinking about it and I was like I had to go through everything to be here, and I think that's why when I went out there, I think I settled in pretty quick, and I just believe I belong there. And then, so that's why I was just like, let's just go out there, enjoy ourselves, and, let's fight the way I can, like just do you, go out there and fight you, and I know you can get the win.
Obviously, all fighters are looking for the quick finish, but I feel like, especially with this performance, you showed a lot in terms of the different skills that you have on the ground and on the feet going over 3 full rounds. I guess just kind of talk to me about what that shows in terms of your ability to sustain that pace throughout 3 full rounds.
That's one of the things I always had was cardio, and I, always push, always grinded. I always, I still kept the speed and the cardio, even going up to heavyweight. And now, I realized that my strength didn't last for the heavyweight. I got one of the bigger heavyweights. So I realized that my strength and cardio still held up. And, the first thing I told my conditioning guy at PI was like, hey, man, I love it. Let's get better. Let's get leaner. And, to my coaches, I was like, let's just keep getting more versatile. And I feel like that's what's going to make a big difference is I'm going to be able to show more of my skill set. And also, like, I'm going to be settling into my skills. I'm going to get more confident out there and my stand-up, more confident and sitting down a little bit more on most of my punches. So, and I think that's the thing that, as I'm growing and I've shown so much, I think it's like I'm going to start, like I said in that post-fight interview, walking to the bag, it's like, hey, I'm still keep getting better. And eventually I'm going to start putting these guys away. And I'm going to figure it out. And that's me. I'm going to figure it out. I figured out how to get here, and now I'm going to have to learn how to figure out how to get the top 15. I'm gonna figure out how to, start getting these bonuses and stuff like that. So, just keep working and being in the gym, and keeping good people around you and just steady grinding, just steady grinding, working on the Muay Thai, keep working on my wrestling, keep working on my jiu-jitsu, and don't also steer away from what got me here. My jab got me here, my blast doubles got me here, my jiu-jitsu got me here, but it's just like you said, just keep being more versatile, keep showing these skills, keep showing, making these guys work and hesitate when they think about anything.
You get your hand raised, you look out in the crowd, and you see your parents who have been there since the very beginning. I guess talk to me a little bit about what that moment was like for you.
I was happy, trust me, I had a lot of different avenues I could have went into. And, when you tell your parents you want to be a fighter, like, hey, I'm not going to school, I'm going to be a fighter. And that definitely, rubbed some elbows in a certain way. But it's like, thank you guys for, pulling back and say, look, if you're going to do it, give everything you have, and then now it's like, look, guys, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like, look, guys, I'm doing it now. Look, I'm showing you guys I'm here now. I'm putting in the work. I just got the win in front of you guys. So, like, thank you. Just a big thank you, to them. It's like, I'm doing it. So just give me that time. Just, that's pretty much it.
I was about to ask you about that because some other fighters that I've talked to, have varying opinions when it comes to, their parents and their thoughts on the sport. Some get really nervous watching their kids fight. Some get really excited. I guess, did it take your parents a while to come around to this pursuit of yours and this journey that you're on?
Yeah, it took them a while. Definitely took them a while to get used to. One, you can tell they knew they weren't going to change my mind. That's number one. And then number two, it was more like the more and more they kept coming to the fights, and or when they couldn't go, they'll watch it. They'll watch it on TV. And I think they got more comfortable. They just started accepting it more, and I think it also makes it easier for the fighter. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Absolutely, man. And one thing that's really stood out about you, especially over your past few fights that I've noticed, is that, you're not afraid to take risks, right? And you have that confidence in yourself to put yourself in that situation. I guess talk to me a little bit about how that has evolved over time.
I've had fights where I should have won. And let me see. I have fights where I should have won and done more. And I have fights where I played it safe and like just being scared mentally. That's when I talk about like my fighting anxiety, me being scared, me being, a lot of things. And I think I finally just said, who cares? Who cares? And if you don't give your all, like, I'd rather go out there, get them all and lose, and then I feel like some of my losses I have on my record, I played it safe in a lot of situations, and I end up getting a bad end of the stick and catching the losses. So, now I just feel like I just don't care anymore. It's just go out there and give them all. Whatever happens, happens. Let's go in there. Let's take those shots. Let's go in there. If we got to trade for a little bit, we can. Get these takedowns, throw these kicks, do all this. But I just don't care no more. And it's best way I can say that I give no fucks. And I feel like it takes experience. Being in there so many times and understanding your mistakes is number one. Number two is also going out there and like saying like, I just want to get my all now. And like you said, I do take those risks. I don't mind doing certain things in a fight. It's just why not? Like I said on my post on my Instagram, let's fuck around and find out. And that's really how I felt. Let's fuck around and find out because you never know. And I feel like a lot of fighters try to take it safe and play things safe. And I was one of them, so I can't attest and be like I wasn't. But what's the worst can happen, man? Anywhere it goes, I might as well take that risk, man, because I'm gonna be in the same situation I was before. But at least, if I go out there and take the risk and I get my hands raised, I move forward. And I just think about the reward more than the risk. What's the reward? You can say, oh, well, this can happen. You can look stupid. The media is going to say this. Who cares? But if I do it and it works out, everyone loves me, right? So then it's like, let's just go out there and just let's take those chances.
I remember the last time we spoke, I think it was right after your Contender Series fight, and you mentioned to me that, you seemed pretty set in terms of moving back down to light heavyweight. But, I mean, obviously, in your debut, successful at heavyweight, I guess, do you kind of see yourself long-term at heavyweight? Or I guess kind of walk me through what your future looks like.
It's still in the air for me. I don't know about going up or down. I mean, it's still in the back of my head that I think I can get down still, even though I put a lot more lean mass on. I feel like I can still get down, maybe because that's home. But then I feel like this new chapter in my career and then going up a weight class it's making me it's that challenge, you know. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm scared. I'm scared, man. Not like scared in the sense of I'm scared of the opponent, but I know the risk of like I was telling people, like I'm eating way better now than I was when I was fighting at 205 because I want to make sure, like, you know what I mean, like I have the cardio, I have the size, you know, and I'm making sure that, you know, like, and then sitting in, I got to fight these big, strong guys. You know what I mean? These dudes hit hard. These guys are strong, and it's making me go crazy in my conditioning because it's like I want to make sure that I can match these guys. So the new challenges that I'm risking at heavyweight is kind of fun to me right now, and that's what's one of the reasons why I probably won't be going down is because that it scares the hell out of me. You know what I mean? And not just the opponents, but you know all the variables of being at heavyweight. And now I'm like I got to check off a little bit this last fight, you know, and there's still more that I want to improve on. So that's what I'm trying to do is just keep getting better, you know. And I feel like so far, I felt my cardio, my strength was good, and I'm not going to go crazy. Like I said, even after the fight, I didn't go crazy, and I'm still trying to figure out about my hand. And I'm really telling my coaches, hey, I still got two legs and a hand. We can still do mitts, you know. I'm telling my conditioning guy, hey man, I still got a hand and two legs. We can still, you know, guess we'll get my legs stronger since my, you know what I mean, since my, you know, my one hand's out. So it's just trying to just improve a little bit by little bit, you know. That's pretty much it.
I saw in the broadcast they showed a short clip of your dad. It looked like he was pulling out his wallet in the crowd, and was he betting on the fight, or I guess
No,
talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so because I asked him about it, because I was like, what were they talking about? He said, no. I told everybody that, like, I ain't gonna say his amount, but he's like, I told everybody that he was showing the guy next to him the betting slip he put on me. And then I guess one of the people, I don't know, I guess someone was going for Josh, and he was like, "Oh, I believe in my son." I guess, you know, they had that little back and forth, whatever you want to say. And then he was like, "Well, I bet on Josh." And then, you know, my dad's like, "Look, I bet this much on my son," you know. So just like kind of like that, you know, that trash talk back and forth. So then when I talked to Matthew, he said, "No, I'm showing them my bets. So they were going for him. I was telling him I put money on you." And then I was like, "Yeah, thank you. You know, thank you for that." So yeah.
I got you, man. Last question for me. I guess kind of just take me through these next few months. What can we expect you back in the cage? Obviously, it's just a few days removed from the fight, but I guess where do you kind of want to see your life and your career by the end of 2023?
You know, I want to definitely, you know, we're gonna got that newcomer of the year, you know, that new fighter of the year, you know, that guy's coming out, and I want to put the kind of division on notice. You know, it's a guy coming, you know, and I want to get the fights, and I want to get the only back by August, and you know, definitely after my hand heals up, you say 2 months. We're looking at what? Let me see. We're in, say March, April, so May. I shot like, you know what I mean, like May. I should have my hand the cast off another 6 weeks, you know, June, July, August. So I think August should be a good time for me to come back, you know. So I just want to get back out there, hopefully get 3 fights by the end of the year, and, you know, just keep stacking up wins. But honestly, just going out there and just keep improving, you know, get more comfortable out there. Want to keep working on more skills, more things, but let's just get more comfortable. Let's get better, get more comfortable, get looser out there, try more things, throw more punches. And that's it. I'm just getting more confident, you know, and I'm taking risk in the gym, which will help me take risk in the fights, and then it's paying off. So it's just gonna make me go. And I'm telling you, I'm already planning on like what I want to do the next fight. So I'm gonna keep taking the risk and the changes in my camp, and then it's gonna show in the fight. And that's the thing is like I just keep getting better. I'm still young, so I'm still out there. You know, I'm still getting better. I still got a lot of time to improve. So just doing the right things, taking my time. You know, definitely not trying to rush, you know, and get there, but like let's do the right things little bit by little bit. You know, hit the conditioning guy, the nutritionist at PI. I was like, hey man, I need to get leaner. I need to look better on TV. I know we did a lot. I know we did a lot from the first fight, and I know I look better from from contenders. I want to be even better, and I can tell you I have my food right here, like ready to go. Like, you know, even today, like I picked up my food today, and so now we're just improving. Like, let's just keep getting better physically. Let's keep getting better, you know, skill wise. Just keep working on new skills, honing in on my old skills, and just growing. You know, and just take my time. And then eventually, like I said, in 2-3 years, I should see a number by my name. And that's the plan right now. Let's keep working, do my due diligence till I get the number by my name. And that's why I'm not celebrating as everybody think I am. Everybody's like, "What's next? What are you doing? Are you doing this?" I'm like, "No, I just want the number by my name. Like that's my next goal, and that's what I want."
I love it, man. Well, hey, before we wrap things up here, Jamal, I'll give you the final word to shout out any sponsors you're working with, shout out your teammates, coaches, all that good stuff. I'll give you the final word.
Just want to thank Syndicate, John Wood, Billy, Chris Trammell. I want to say thank you guys so much. And obviously, I thank people at the PI, Glenn Castro. I want to thank TK, my conditioning guy. Obviously thank, my coworkers as well. They also helped me out get ready for this fight. So shout out to the Palominos, the owner, Adam Gentile, and everybody back there. It's definitely a big team effort to get me ready for these fights. And, and everyone's invested into it and everyone's deeply invested into my growth. So I want to say thank you, all of you guys, and even you for doing this interview. I always appreciate all this. As much people think I don't, like I really do. Because I'm just I get to tell my story a little bit more and more to the rest of the world. So thank you again, Curtis, for having me on the show, and that's pretty much it. I just want to say just thank you to everybody who's part of my journey and helping me get my name out there even more, or helping me become a better person, fighter, put me in better situations to grow. So I just thank everybody.
Absolutely, man. Well, Jamal, I really do appreciate the time and the chat, and I have a feeling this will probably be the first of many chats we'll have this year, man. All the best with these next few weeks, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon, man. Thank you so much.
Man, thank you so much, man.